In this video, we're going to learn about finding formulas of functions. Let's do this example. Express the area and perimeter of an equilateral triangle as a function of the triangle side length x. So here we have an equilateral triangle with the side length x. And since it's the equilateral triangle, all of the side would be x length. And so we want to find two functions, one for area and one for perimeter. Let's do one for perimeter first. Let's say the function of perimeter is p of x, where the input variable is x and the output is the perimeter. So to find the perimeter of the triangle, we simply add the length of the side, which in this case would be x plus x plus x. Or we can simply write that as 3x. So we got our first function for perimeter, which is p of x equals 3x. Now we want one for area. So area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. Now here we want the input of the function to be x. So we need to write both base and height in terms of x. Now the base of the triangle here would simply be the length of the side, which is x. But the height, we need to write it in terms of x. So let's say this is the height of the triangle. And in an equilateral triangle, the height divides the base into two equal parts. So this length would be x over 2. And similarly, this would be x over 2. Now here we are having a right angle triangle. And we want to express h, the height, in terms of the x. So we can simply use the Pythagorean theorem, which would be the x squared equals the height square plus x over 2 square. And we can solve the height in terms of x from here. So we can simplify this as x squared equals the height square plus x squared over 4. And then isolate the height term, which would give us x squared minus x squared over 4. And we can write this as 4 over 4. And this would give us 3x squared over 4. And then we square root both the sides. And that would give us the height equals 3x squared over 4. And now we can remove the x and 4 outside of the radical, since they are a perfect square. So it would be x square root of 3 over 2. And now we got the height in terms of x. Now all we have to do is plug both the base and height into the area. So the function of area, which is ax, would be 1/2 times base. Let me just write this as multiplication is a dot, so we don't get confused. And so the base would be x and height would be x square root of 3 over 2. So a of x would be equal to x squared square root of 3 over 4. So here we have both of our functions for area and for perimeter.